All right, Coty Schock. I mean, everyone's gonna say this, but you are a savage. How does that feel?
It's pretty cool, but I don't really see it that way. I just see that I did everything correctly in preparation to be able to be in this position to do this. Yeah, we just got right to it right after surgery, and stoked that I'm able to be here, and it's way better than sitting at home on the couch. So yeah, it's cool.
Was it as tough as you thought it was gonna be, or like how did that go for you? Like, pain-wise.
Yeah. It actually went a little easier than I thought. It kind of sucks to say, but I've done the left and the right before, and then I had both plates removed at the same time. So when I had to put another plate in, this one, I kind of knew what to expect, and it was kind of nice because then I was able to just get ahead on everything, and yeah, so it's all good.
All right, well, good. All right, Freddie Noren, my first question for you. These weekends are obviously, the tracks are very gnarly every weekend, but this weekend coming into Indy, we know it's soft, we know it's ready. Is it that big of a difference, and is it that much gnarlier?
Yeah. I mean, to be transparent, I struggled big time today. I haven't seen these type of ruts in a while. Obviously, Birmingham had ruts, and like the pockets were pretty bad at Birmingham, but it was just a lot of ruts today, and very grabby, like different dur and grabby. And obviously, it's pretty much very same every year at Indy. It gets very ruddy and gnarly. If it was worse today than previous years, I don't necessarily know. Maybe we're just getting used to the ruts. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty gnarly for sure. And like, just even like for me, like even just going like trying to go down the straightaway or like the rhythm straight is like I'm just trying to go straight. That's all. It's pretty gnarly. And then you got top dogs freaking going so fast. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, it was gnarly.
So how did it go for you overall?
Yeah, not great. The first two motos, I went down. Moto 1, I went down twice. Moto 2, I went down once. So that was pretty frustrating because obviously it's a Triple Crown. You kind of need that consistency. So I kind of threw that out the window. And then Moto 3, we did quite a bit of changes on the bike to try to get some more comfort. I actually went, made it a little softer. I think I was ping pong ball. I don't even know how to say that, but whatever. I was going a little bit all over the place. So we made some changes for the Moto 3, and it was a lot better. It wasn't like a great moto necessarily. Like I think it was 18th in Moto 3, but at least it was a step in the right direction. So I'm happy about that. I'm still dealing with a bad ankle as well. So we'll just kind of try to muscle through and Seattle next week, and then St. Louis, and then a weekend off. Yeah, I guess we got 2 more weekends of racing before a weekend off. We'll kind of chill for a little bit. But, overall, definitely looking forward to not remembering a lot about today and just move forward to Seattle.
Awesome. And then I guess, finally, we have, 6 more races to go. When does the outdoor prep start for you?
We're kind of talking about that right now. Probably, maybe we'll try a little bit on that weekend off. But probably, might do a little bit that week. But for me, I really want to focus on Supercross, like that. We're in Supercross. I want to be better. Obviously, I want to be good at outdoors too, but I want to be better at Supercross. So like, I have full focus on Supercross still, and then once we get close to outdoors, maybe shift a little bit more. But yeah, I think the plan is to start, maybe trying a little bit outdoor stuff on that break. But we'll see.
Awesome. Thanks, Freddie. All right, Cade. For me, my point of view, I don't necessarily know what's going on out there after passing the races, but I did catch what happened to you in the first moto. What went through your mind once you realized what happened?
Well, I was battling for 14th, right, which is pretty stellar. I let Jet and I think somebody else by, but then I was still getting blue flagged. And I heard a rev, so I went up in the berm high, and it wasn't a leader, it was Chiz, who I was battling with. So I got kind of mad. I was like, dude, I hate getting past when the leaders are coming. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we all do it, but it's just like, it was nice because in the third main, I was in the same situation, and Freddie and I both agreed to just pull to the side and let 6 people by. But anyways, I was racing Chiz pretty hard. We were side by side in the rhythm section, and I stepped off the table into the ruts. got cross-rutted, came up short on a double, and I knew I was going to case it, and I knew there was people behind me, so I went to look back to see which way I should swerve. And yeah, I mean, Coop was already there, and he landed straight on my arm. Like, my arm's like twice the size it should be right now. So it's pretty uncomfortable, but you know, it's not his fault, man. I feel terrible. Like, I hate affecting the leaders like that. I try my best to get out of the way. Actually get yelled at quite often for getting out of the way too much. So yeah, it sucks, but besides that, I mean, the rest of the night was pretty good. I went like 15, 17, 17 for 17th, so just nice to be back in there and ride like myself and just do the laps.
I was talking to Freddie about the track. Obviously, you know, we're going into Indy. We know it's ready, but you know, you guys ride gnarly tracks every weekend. So how much of a difference and how much gnarlier was it? And also, Detroit was pretty gnarly. Did that stack up kind of to Detroit?
This track, the hardest part is it's not just the faces that get rutted, it's also the downsides. So like, if you clip something and it deflects, you get sideways going into the ruts, so there, you have like no hope. So it's almost better to like OJ to the face of the next one, but then you get sucked into the face because it's so spongy. The hardest part about this place is it's so spongy. Like, I didn't think Detroit was really that bad. I mean, obviously I didn't race the main, but beforehand I didn't think it was that bad. But this one's by far the worst, just like common dirt that we have every single year. But I mean, you know what to expect when you come here, right? And there's times when I'm out there, I'm like, dude, this doesn't even feel like a Supercross track. I feel like a 50 rider just out here trying to survive. But you know, it is what it is.
Well, good job, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, man.
All right, Mitchell Harrison. I guess, you know, the biggest topic going into this weekend, gnarly track, super soft. From your point of view, how was it managing that?
I managed it pretty well. I thought, you know, coming in from Daytona and then Birmingham, like, we kind of had like a sense of how it was going to be anyway. So my bike was already like quite a bit softer. So like, I was managing it very well. Yeah, it was ruddy, but like with Birmingham, it was like you didn't know if it was going to grab you or not. Here, it was pretty predictable. Like, there was no like lines that were going to grab you and put you over the bars. I mean, I'm sure there were, but I didn't hit any. And like, if you just got out of the main line a little bit, like, it was really good. Qualifying was obviously the gnarliest, but I think the racing was really good. I think it was a good track to battle on, and it was a good track, you know, just to have a flow on. It could have been like the worst thing ever, or you could have had a great time out there, and I had a great time.
So we're kind of like 3/4 of the way through the season. How do you feel about your season? Obviously, it's a super gnarly class, but how's it going for you?
Yeah, it is really gnarly. So we started out, and before A1, I was running 250, so we jumped right in there with like a day on the 450. Then I don't know if everybody saw, but I did an gnarly crash at San Diego, so we got this. So that was a week or two out, and then Detroit main to main, then didn't make 3 mains. Starts terrible. 450s are a lot harder to start. Imagine that. So now we're in 2 in a row, and we're riding good. 15th, 16th. I know where I should be. I need to be in the top 15. Top 10 is going to be a tough one. You got to ride lights out in this class. So, you know, the goal is to just progress, and you know, if I can get a top 10, that'll be amazing.
All right, Devin Simonson, Indy, not really track, I would say. How was it for you?
Yeah, it's good. Had 2 crashes. One in qualifying, one, and kind of dinged up my hand a little bit. It's pretty swollen throughout the night, and then the one in the first main, and bit 2 sets of bars, been a pipe, been a subframe. So the wallet's kind of hurting off after tonight, if I'm being honest. Yeah, might be seeing the reds.
Well, since the wallet's hurting, is that going to affect you going next week, or are we going to see you next week?
No, next week for sure. Yeah, I'll be there. I'm making it happen. It's yeah, it costs money, but you got to pay to play sometimes, so it's cool.
And for you, you know, being, you know, 450 now full time.
Yeah.
How is it for you? I mean, like, it's gnarly out there, but to just grind it out every weekend, you know, how is it?
Yeah, it's super gnarly. I mean, this is only my second main event, so obviously the guys that are doing every main event every weekend, it's probably super gnarly for those guys, because the last 2 laps of the third main, my calves were cramped, my legs were straight, and arms were, it wasn't good. So it's super gnarly. Yeah, it's takes a toll on your body for sure. And then sometimes I see the 250 results, and I wish I was out there on the 250. But just using this year as a learning experience and racing some badass dudes, and hopefully get back on 250 next year and crush it.
And then we're 3/4 of the way through, so when's outdoor going to start kind of getting into your brain?
I'm not sure if I'm racing outdoors yet. I need to start making that happen or thinking about it. But honestly, I rode, I dislocated my shoulder at San Diego, so I rode like a week or two outdoors only and just raced Supercross on the weekends. I had fun. It was just nice switching it up, honestly. We do the boot camp, preseason, it's 2 months of just straight Supercross grind, and it's gnarly, so yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, Dave.